Hello, today I will show you how to make your own TF2 HUD with minimal effort. Let's get right into it. So the first thing you're going to do is go into ToonHUD.com. Then you go to My Themes. I've already got a theme right here, but we're going to make a new one by pressing the plus sign. Then you have a bunch of options right here. We're going to start with a name, which is going to call it Test HUD. And you can add a description, so I'm just going to say Test HUD. So the first option is the fonts. You can add any of the pre-built fonts, but you can also add your own fonts and also replace every single font in TF2 with your selected fonts. I'll just choose TF2 build. The next option is overrides. All of these options change your game in a very minimal way. For example, you can get a 24-player scoreboard, centered MVM money, a transparent view model, and centered metal or centered Uber charge. You just gotta choose the ones that you would like and really need. Now the next one is menus. This is the color of what your menu is gonna look like. So for example, if I choose the highlight color to be white, it will choose the highlight color to be white, of course. And you could choose the menu background to be another color, for example, orange. The next option is buttons. So buttons is just basically the buttons in the game of TF2. So when it's completely idle, then it will be one color. If you're hovering over it, then it's going to be another color, and when you click on it, it's going to be another color. So just choose what you want. The next one is main menu. So this is basically just everything with the main menu. For example, you can remove the character in the middle. You can add a custom font size, or you could add gradient buttons, or you could just customize your entire main menu. The next one is source scheme. This is pretty much just the community servers tab, if you've gone through that one. But this is another one that you just gotta theme around what you want to theme. The next option is bookmarks. Bookmarks is basically you add a name and then a command that is, for example, a server, and it will appear on the main menu, so it's very easy to access. The next ones is quality colors and rarity colors. As you might think, it changes the colors that the weapons of TF2 uses to show quality and rarity. I would not recommend changing these. The next one is health. This changes the color of the text based on, for example, being low on health, or being overhealed, or others. The next one is health bar or health cross. I would not recommend changing these since they don't change in the casual game mode. But if you want to have a custom cross, then for custom games, then you can change them here. The next one is ammo. This is basically the exact same as health, but with all the ammo types. The next one is target ID. I wouldn't recommend changing this one since it changes how you see your enemy's ID and stuff like that. The next one is item meters. This basically changes how your meters are shown. For example, with default, it shows this. With centered, it shows this. And with team colored, it shows this. You can just change this how you want. And you can also make them big, for example with big power meters. It makes them a little larger. And with mad milk meters, so it just gives a mad milk meter. The next one is show last damage done. This just changes either the location of where you see the damage numbers, for example over health, or over ammo, or the color of the damage numbers. For example, you can change it to red. The next one is class model. This just changes how big you want the class model to be. For example, if you want it really big, or if you just want it on the sidelines or next to your health, or you could just hide it if you want. Now we've got two useless ones, combat text and team indicator. These two are pretty much useless. Team indicator is maybe a little bit more useful if you're having trouble knowing which team you're on. The next one is in-game panel / menu colors. This just changes the color of either the in-game panel or the menu, or when you're changing classes. The next one is chat and closed captions. This just changes the background of which the chat is in. This just puts the chat in the top left, as you can see here. And the closed captions one, just you can change the font of it. Next one is killfeed. You can change what color the killfeed is, how sharp the corners can be, how much spacing you want between the lines, how high you want the lines to be, and how many def notices you want. For example, you can have 10, you can have 2, you can have 100 if you want, but it's your preference. And the last one is Crosshair. By pressing this one in the middle, you can choose any of these crosshairs. For example, we're going to choose this one. Then you can choose how much opacity you want. So for example, if we want half of it, I'm just going to do 150. It'll have 150 opacity. I'll just do 255 for now. If you want a damage indicator with your crosshair, then you gotta choose a different crosshair by pressing crosshair 2. Choose a different one. We're gonna choose, for example, this one. Then you gotta make your opacity 0, and then you gotta press change opacity on hits. So we'll change to 255 opacity when you hit somebody. So for example, we're gonna change it to red. So when you hit someone, then it's gonna show up 255 and then go away in 1 second. Just the last thing, remove files. Just don't mess with this one, since it can just break the HUD entirely if you don't know what you're doing. And that's everything you need to know about making your own HUD in ToonHUD. See you next time.